This episode is brought to you by Audible. Audible.com. It's hot. Do you know how to get out?
Yeah, I think so.
You turn left.
Yo.
Yes, new car.
What up? It's your boy, Victor Quan. Back at it again. With my homegirl, Alexa. We chillin'. We in Emeryville, about to head home. We just had dinner. What did we watch, Alexa?
We watched The Disaster Artist.
Yep. And this is the way we get out, right?
Yes. Turn left.
All right.
Yep.
Impressions?
It's a chill movie. I feel like the last movies we've been watching have been like intense and like, oh, this is not good. This jet is not staying.
It's not staying.
Nope. Whatever.
Yeah, what was the last movie we watched? Justice League?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I've been wanting to see this for a long time now. So
Whatever.
I'm happy we finally got to see it.
Yeah.
Well, did you like it or didn't you like it? Well, let's
I mean,
talk
it was
about...
okay. It wasn't like hilarious.
Oh, I thought that was pretty funny, but
It wasn't like laugh out loud hilarious.
Well, but at the same time, it's not really a comedy though. It's kind of like a...
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of like a behind the scenes enactment.
Yeah.
Of what really happened, you
Yeah.
know, and you also have to take into account like they're trying to respect the original individuals that they're portraying. Well, what did you think of James and Dave Franco's performances?
I liked it. I think it's cute that they're brothers and they
Yeah.
they did that together. It's cute.
I'm not really a big fan of Dave Franco, but I liked his performance in this movie.
Yeah,
So
it's
Yeah.
cute. It's always funny when they're like actors playing actors and it's like a movie about making a movie.
yeah.
You know, like
It's kind of interesting also seeing the layers of like, so this is James Franco, who's a good actor. Is he an Academy Award winner? Did he win one for 128 days? Or no, it wasn't 128 days. It was just 128 hours. Something like that. Anyway, the one where he had to cut off his arm, right?
yeah, I don't think he.
I don't know
got
if he won an
award
Oscar for
that.
that. Well, anyway, I think he was nominated for one. I don't know. But anyway, it's just kind of interesting seeing a good actor trying to do a good acting job of playing a bad actor doing a bad acting job.
Yeah.
You know, so there's like multiple layers and mini layers involved.
That is true.
So what can you tell those who aren't sure what The Disaster Artist is? What is this movie about, Alexa?
So it's about this movie that was made in what, like 2003, 4,
Well, yeah.
called The Room, and it's like it's like a cult now. It's like has like a cult kind of following of like, because it's a terrible movie. Like the acting is awful, and the script is like weird. Like it's written really weird.
Yeah, they say that like the film. I haven't seen the film in its entirety.
Yeah.
But they say the film itself
haven't
has
seen it
like
either.
a bunch of plot lines that go nowhere.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really, because this guy apparently, well, according to this movie, like he wrote it by himself, no second drafts or anything. He just kind of knocked it out, and he didn't have anyone edit it or anything. He just kind of wrote it, and then he produced. He made
And
the film
that's like
himself with his own money.
that's like the whole mystery. It's like the story like is he has a place in San Francisco and a place in LA,
Right.
and like, oh jeez, this is some butts. And then like he has enough money to like pay for a whole production.
Yeah.
And like both film and in HD or whatever, and like he paid for like a premiere and everything, like
He bought all this equipment.
and like no one knows how old he is or where he's from, even though he says he's from New Orleans. Like it's so like I was telling Daniel earlier, it's just like those kinds of people that are just very like artsy, creative, that like don't give a booty of like what anyone thinks, and it's like they're so out there that it's either like you love it or you hate it. So
yeah, and I mean, like it makes this kind of film makes you wonder. You want to know more to the story. Like you want to know what. Like I was telling Alexa, I want to know what happened to these guys after the movie. Like what their careers were like after. You know, and there's a scene that's kind of sad, like how he had, like, because they established like this really tight friendship, you know, almost like kind of I don't know, like Greg, who's the younger guy, and Tommy is the main guy, and like how Greg kind of looks up to him. He wants to be like him because, you know, he's like, they're both aspiring actors, and Tommy just kind of like is loose and he's very crazy and wild, and Greg is just he's he can't get over his frights and his nerves and like wanting to impress people and you know, being afraid of like people making fun of him and stuff. So they establish like this relationship between the two of them, and then there's a sad scene where he gets an acting gig on an actual television show on Malcolm in the Middle, and because Tommy is just, he has this jealousy and he's afraid of betrayal.
And they were right in the middle of filming
the movie, and so he told him, like, you have to choose. Are you going to do this film or are you going to do that acting gig? And so you know, he had to choose, and he chose to do the film instead. It's kind of sad.
It happens.
But then again, here we are. Like the film that he was in is a cult following. They said like it costed about $6 million estimated, and they're saying like the movie's actually turned a profit now because of like the cult following that it's established, and how people will do like sold out midnight showings of the film. And, I mean, I want to go see it at a sold out showing.
I know.
You know, I can't imagine. It'd be fun to see it with like a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you know, just so we can all like laugh at it and make fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, they do bring up a good point where it's like, you know, everyone told him, like, there was a big Hollywood producer. I don't know who that was. I think that might have been I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, they're saying that the Hollywood producer told him that he's never going to make it in the industry, and so he decided he's just going to make the film himself. And you know, like, there's a scene where they talk about how many people can say they made a movie on their own. Like they wrote a movie, they directed it, they produced it, and they were in it. Like, not a lot of people can say that they did that.
Yeah,
and
because
so he did that.
Yeah.
Even if it came out crappy, like, he did it.
Yep. Because I mean, these things are
partly because he was rich, but you know.
These things, yeah. These things are big productions. Like, there's a ton of people involved, like behind the scenes, in front of the camera, off camera, like before and after production. Like, there's a lot that goes into making a movie. And it's like you need all the parts in order to make it happen. You know, you can't just like make a movie and then just. I mean, well, you could try, but you need people to put it out there and like put it on a billboard or design this or whatever. So yeah, it's cool.
And so this guy doesn't have his lights on.
Which one?
This guy right over here to the left of us. Anyway, so I mean, I thought it was really funny, even, you know, like in an organically funny type of way. It's not a movie that's like trying to be a comedy.
Yeah.
It's a movie that's like, this story is actually pretty funny and it's true.
Yeah.
So here are the funny parts, here are the true parts. You know? Like, so it's more just an honest film that's just trying to trying to tell the story honestly.
Yeah.
And the only reason it's really funny is because these characters are just really out there. Well, just Tommy is a really out there character.
Yeah. Yes.
There's a scene where they're trying to shoot a nude scene, and like, you know, James Franco's wearing like something wrapped around his dong, and that's it. It's really awkward and embarrassing and funny. But yeah. Anyway, so anything else you wanted to comment on? What didn't you like about the film, Alexa?
I think I'm okay. I didn't really like hate it. I was just like, all right, cool.
Well, was there something that you didn't like and you wanted to see more of, or?
I mean, it would be cool to learn like the real story, like the for real story.
Yeah.
I know that. I mean, that's not for the movies. So that's all, I guess. Yeah. I mean, it was really cool. Like at the end, in the credits, like they did like a side by side of scenes that they copied.
Right.
And like they paid attention to so much detail. Like James Franco like really started, like he really looks like the guy, like the way that he would like, I think he was even kind of like squinting one of his eyes kind of thing to like make it look like, and then like they had it down to like the exact same set and the exact same like outfits that the actors were wearing, which was really cool.
Another thing I'd like to see is behind the scenes, like what type of makeup did they do on James Franco to make him look that way? Like what kind of did he wear? Like was it just contouring and stuff, or did he actually like they had prosthetic stuff on his face?
Maybe.
Or some type of silicone. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. I guess for me, that's you know what I would have wanted to see. Actually, I thought about this is like how he got the film edited. You know, because it kind of cuts off after Greg and Tommy have a split, and like you don't really see them until 8 months later. And so like how did he get the film edited? Who edited the film? Did he have a hat? Did he edit it himself? You know, like all that stuff. The post-production process would have been nice to see as well, but I guess I understand why they didn't show that. But anyway, I think this film, satisfied what I was hoping and expecting in it. So.
Yeah, this is one of those ones that like we saw like the preview for like a while back.
Yeah, like earlier this year.
Yeah, now we've seen it. So ta-da.
Do you think James Franco should get an Oscar for playing a bad actor?
No.
Or a bad character playing a bad actor?
No, it's okay.
Okay. All right. Well, how many corny lines and non sequiturs out of 10 would you give The Disaster Room?
7.
7? Okay. Well, all right. I would give it a 8.9.
Wow.
Well, because I mean, how do you judge a film if it did everything that it was trying to do? You know, like it's not trying to be Justice League, but it's trying to tell an honest story.
Yeah.
You know, it's trying to be funny. Like, I give it basically a 9. It's, I guess, yeah, that's the only thing. My takeaway, or what I would take away from it, is just wanting to see just a little bit more of the story. But I understand, like, that's what it was. Okay.
Were there any other movies that we're looking forward to?
I mean, it depends.
I really can't think of anything.
I mean, I kind of want to see the Greatest Showman.
Oh yeah, the
whatever.
circus one?
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know what else. Do you want to see Jumanji?
Not really.
Yeah, not really.
It's like I don't really feel like seeing the John Cena movie and the other John Cena movie.
I kind of do.
I mean, like, sure, but like,
I
guess.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Come on, you have to support, WWE wrestlers.
I guess. Yeah. Alright,
I don't know what else is coming out, so. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, we're like wrapping up the end of the year anyway.
Do you want to see the Getty film?
What?
The J. Paul Getty film?
What's that?
The one where they kidnap his